We'll have more of Chris's sit-down with Anthony Davis later this season, but right now we have gameplay director Mike Wang in the house for the first 2K20 expert tips. Hey, Mike, welcome.
Thanks so much for having me here.
Yes, Mike. Now, what can we share with the fans today?
Yeah, well, the first thing to mention is probably that if you've played 2K for a while, the major controls are all the same. So you'll
Just a reminder, folks, to make certain to be here for our figurine giveaway. Come to the game and get a figurine of your favorite mascot, Boomer!
And folks, make certain to be here for that family. They'll get a free base of this backpack.
"2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Tonight, we'll see the Indiana Pacers as they go up against the Charlotte Hornets. And for Charlotte, 6 wins in their last 10 games. They'd like to play even better. Tonight, a chance to add to their win total. Looking back, Kenny, Shea refused to play his senior year of college. Now on a team that employs his former college coach, Ames. But it seems like they've put the past behind them.
Well, when you get to this level, you have to be a professional. You just can't just be wickily-pickily.
Uh-huh, what?
What? Yeah, that's a word I got from you.
Well, I don't know how to spell that.
Wickily-pickily?
What's that word you used to use?
I have no idea what wickily-pickily is.
Anyway,
Give me the word.
Anyway, Shea and Ames are sharp
Wickily,
guys.
wickily?
No surprise they put this behind them. Can't get hung up on what happened. It's
You know what he's
wickily-
talking about?
No,
You have any
Dilly
clue?
dilly?
no.
Me
Dally
either.
dally.
Nilly willy?
Silly, silly.
Well, you got to be professional. How's that?
Yeah, try that.
And a shot from a little earlier as the Hornets get off the team bus looking very focused. They want to leave town with something to show for their efforts. And the game arrivals sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. Downtown Indianapolis moving at warp speed in this time-lapse footage. We're in the basketball hotbed, and now a moment to check out the leaders in the All-Star voting. Balloting underway.
And this is really a fun time of year.
First 10,000 fans.
And nothing.
Well, Victor.
You better believe it. Outstanding, David. Thank you. So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Monk and Batum, the wings. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist out there with Bismack Biyombo. And it's Shea in at the 1 spot. And for the Pacers, Sabonis and Turner up front. Oladipo is the 2 with Warren playing small forward. And it's McConnell in at the point. And the Charlotte franchise has been stuck in the middle for so long with Kemba Walker leaving this summer in free agency, Greg. Is it time for them to hit the reset button?
A rebuild does seem in order. I'm not sure they have the stomach for it, but they need to tear it down to the studs and start over.
And it's going to be the Pacers off the tip. He kicks to Turner. Outside Warren. Back to Turner. Passes to Warren. 6 to shoot. Batum with the steal. And now here's Batum, the fast break opportunity. Here's Biyombo. And it's sent back by Turner. And Oladipo, here we go.
Wow, the remarkable speed of Victor Oladipo. Put it on the deck and get right to the cup.
Here's Brown. And Oladipo pulls it down. On offense, here are the Pacers. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Well, I'm sure they're still enjoying that one. You love going into a tough building, tough place to play, and shooting the lights out. Nothing like silencing the crowd.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Turner with it, working on Biyombo. Biyombo with the block.
Well, Biyombo's calling card, right? A terrific shot blocker. Boy, put it in his vicinity. He's sending it back.
For Indiana, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Batum with the steal. And now Batum pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Finished off the break.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Looking at the schedule doors about halfway through the season, some teams that started out very hot and were winning like crazy have now come back to earth. They've cooled a bit. They've leveled out.
I think inevitably over the course of an 82-game season, NBA players will tell you there are always ups and downs and waves of success and then the tough moments. And the best teams seem to be able to weather all of that. Not get too high when they're playing well, not get too low if they're in the middle of a slump. Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Sabonis kicks to McConnell. 5 on the clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. The jump hook, and Sabonis the bucket on the assist by Warren.
Well, this is one aspect you'd like to see more of from T.J. Warren. We know he's a great scorer, pretty dime there.
Ring shot on the way. Biyombo, great positioning on the putback.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. So timeout called here, the first for Indiana. Last time they met was in Charlotte, where they beat the Hornets.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. No wasted possessions, and that is absolutely...
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Shot to stop the run. He squares up and sinks it. Brown's got his second bucket tonight.
Developing a consistent jumper. It's been a huge part of Che's rise.
And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Washington out there with Bismack Biyombo. Then it's Che. And there's Batum. And it's Kid Gilchrist and it's small forward. Biyombo with the block. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Che in the last game against the Bulls was tremendous. He added 33 points, and he capitalized quite a few times from distance, which was huge. What stood out was his hustle. The work ethic was what really allowed him to make an impact. Kevin?
Thanks for the report, David. You have to love the energy he brought in that last game.
Yeah, he was the team's driving force, and tonight, maybe more of the same.
Well, I think, Greg, what he has shown is when they send two in his direction, he is willing to make the pass and trust his teammates to make plays so critical.
And so it's McConnell with it. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. They've held a 12-point lead early. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. McConnell's got his first bucket in this one.
And just a great second quarter for them after such a difficult first, bringing that field goal percentage up from below 30 and now with the lead. It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And you look at the 2018 All-Star season for Oladipo, Doris. What was the development in his game that you saw that took him to the next level?
I think probably the part that made him almost unguardable is his willingness to shoot threes off the dribble. That deep threat, that willingness to space the floor and use the dribble drive to enhance that is probably what put him over the edge.
And you hear it all the time about how they say reaching the top can be the easy part. It's the staying there that's the true challenge. And Victor Oladipo achieved stardom, but has to make his way back after his knee injury in early 2019.
Free throw no good for Oladipo. And Oladipo had already dealt with soreness in that right knee. He talked about that, missing about a month earlier in the season.
And some suggested he came back too soon. Hindsight always 20/20, and players want to be out there to help win games. Sometimes teams have to protect them from themselves.
With the Indiana Pacers, you know you're a small market team, and it's led to a little bit of a shuffle personnel-wise. What's incredible, they continue to put a competitive product on the floor year in and year out.
Indiana leading by 10. McConnell scanning the floor to the paint. Sabonis and slam dunk by Sabonis.
I'll tell you, Domantas Sabonis has got some big-time athleticism. That's a pretty dunk.
Doris, you're right. The Pacers have made the playoffs 8 of the last 9 seasons. Remarkable consistency.
I don't think there's any doubt about that, Kev. It starts at the top and sort of trickles down, from ownership to the front office down to the head coach. This is a solid operation through and through.
Pacers have started out 0 of 1 from the line, missing their only other attempt earlier.
Victor Oladipo.
The first one falls.
Well, we know that Victor Oladipo is a combo guard, meaning he can play the 1 and the 2. What I like is how impressive his overall game is and the fearlessness with which he plays. Wow.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Leaf checked in for T.J. Warren. McDermott comes in for Lamb, and Brogdon subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Tipped away, and the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And so it's Charlotte with it. Here's Brown. It's hauled in by Leaf. Leaf's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
The shot by Brogdon, no good.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Count it, and the Pacer lead has been cut down to 12 on the bucket from Brown. Indiana's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. And Oladipo, here we go. Shot's good by Leaf.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Hornets trail by 14. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Biyombo, that's good. Biyombo's got his second basket of the night.
Well, there's a physicality that you've got to deal with when Bismack Biyombo is determined to finish. That's nice.
Now Oladipo, he had 22 points in the win against Atlanta.
And you know, guys, the other thing I really appreciated about his effort in that game was the effort and work on the glass. What a well-rounded performance.
And so it's the Indiana Pacers enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And we'll be back with you shortly. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. What can you say? Jeremy Lamb, an impressive effort here today.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Pacers, Oladipo is the 2 with Warren playing small forward. Sabonis and Turner up front, and it's McConnell in at the point guard. And Warren, here we go. It's Biyombo with the rebound. Biyombo's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Doris, So interesting to watch 7-footers who almost never shot three-pointers make that now a featured part of their game.
Give some credit to the coaches who recognized the game was being revolutionized and that three-point shooting, regardless of position, would become integral to success. So a guy like Marc Gasol, who actually fought the idea of taking threes, Brook Lopez, Nikola Vucevic, all of them have become more integral to team success and more capable NBA players because they can shoot the basketball. It's beautiful.
It is. Evolving and adapting at that size has been something to watch. Up again, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Kid Gilchrist has got 5 points so far.
And how about the toughness? I mean, although undersized at that power forward spot, he just still finds a way to get the job done.
Outside Warren. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. And the Pacers lead by 10.
Wow, if TJ Warren makes threes with consistency, it will unlock every other aspect of his game, and that's significant, guys.
And the Hornets call time here.
Well, you think back to TJ Warren and how good he has been for the last few years. And yet last season, he took a huge step forward by adding the three-pointer to his arsenal.
The Pacers making a change here. Out. Here's Che. And the way Warren improved his three-point shooting last year, Doris, was incredible.
No doubt, Kevin. This is a guy who went from below 25% the year before from distance to making over 40% of his range shots. He did all this while coming close to tripling his three-point attempts. What an improvement.
And Charlotte, looking at who they've got. Martin is out there with Washington. And there's Bismack Biyombo. Then there's Brown. And it's Batum in at the 2 spot.
Well, when you talk to his teammates, they have so much more respect for Che's off-the-court endeavors. This guy is so much more than just a basketball player.
The pass to Leaf. Oladipo outside. Jacks up a three, and Indiana another three.
Victor Oladipo makes just enough threes that you've got to stay attached to him on the perimeter.
Here's Che, but they recover it. Here's Biyombo. Washington passes to Biyombo. And they double up Che. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Charlotte needs to get a shot up. And a miss there on the triple. Pacers trail by 5. Brogdon with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. Oladipo taking his time here. Back to Sabonis. Pass to Leaf. Sabonis trying to get open. That's Biyombo with the rebound. Biyombo's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Che. And that one hits back iron.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
McDermott kicks to Sabonis. Brogdon the pass to Sabonis. McDermott with it. Back to Sabonis. Pass to McDermott. Deep. No good that time. Now Charlotte takes it the other way. They host the Kings after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Biyombo. That's good.
This guy is very solid close to the rim. Biyombo knows when to be assertive on the interior.
Picked him clean. Oladipo against Martin. Here's Brown. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And now a 9-point Charlotte lead. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
Indiana making some changes. Turner comes in for TJ Leaf. And it's TJ Warren in for Doug McDermott. The Hornets also changing it up. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist comes in for Washington. And Monks subbed in for Mark. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to hear Nate McMillan talk to his team during the break. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Inside, it's tipped. Sabonis with the steal. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Monk with a double team. Passes it to Sabonis. Outside Warren. Indiana moving the ball around. Oladipo outside. Poke loose. Brogdon kicks to Warren. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Biyombo. Good on the shot. And with that, the Charlotte lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Warren.
That's what we call cashing in from the mid-range. TJ Warren's been there a time or two.
And it's Jay missing.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
Here's Oladipo. Here's Sabonis. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
Well, Domantas Sabonis has a nose for the basketball. He understands if he keeps moving, he's going to get to the offensive glass.
Brown. The rebound by Turner.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
Biyombo finds Brown. Over Sabonis. Hands it from the elbow. The pull-up from Brown. And the Hornets lead by 9. Here's Oladipo. There's 49 seconds left in the game. Puts it up from 12, and the jumper is on the mark.
Well, you give the defense a lot of different looks. In the mid-range, Victor Oladipo, very comfortable.
Right side, Kidd-Gilchrist. Outside, Batum. Biyombo, the pass to Monk. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Batum. That's good from 17 feet away.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork, GA. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
So it's the Hornets picking up the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.
Come on, not today. I'm tired.
Sorry, you gotta do some media.
Can I skip?
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Shaquille O'Neal to my right, Kenny the Jet Smith on my left, right here in the middle, I'm Ernie Johnson. And a chance now to head down to the locker room for our postgame interview.
Hey man, Shaq here. Nice win for you guys tonight. Talk about any edges you felt you had coming in.
I don't know if we call it an edge, man, but I thought our decision making as a group was really solid tonight. We're making good reads, finding the right moments to cut, delivering passes on time, all essential when the game's separated by just a few buckets.
Thought I was watching Golden State, but I was watching you.
And thanks for joining us this evening, folks. We've reached the end of our broadcast, sadly. For Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith, this is Ernie Johnson. Farewell and good night.
Che?
Yo.
We need you in the press room in 10.
Okay, got it.
Great game tonight, Che, especially on defense. Can you talk a little bit about that side of the ball?
Sure, I mean, I take a lot of pride in my defense. That's just who I am. I enjoy going out there and taking away what the other team is trying to do.
And how were you able to do that tonight?
I can't give away the recipe to the secret sauce, can I? How do you think McDonald's got so big?
Aggressive expansion.
No, it's the sauce, all right? The sauce, trust me, and I got the sauce.
Yeah, get you some. Yeah, can't wait till I get me some. Go ahead, get you some. Yeah, just watch when I get me some. Go ahead, get you some. Yeah, get you some. Just can't wait till I get me some. Go ahead, get you some. Get you some. Yeah. Hey. Hey, how you been, man?
I see you out there doing work. Good to know that you understand there's more to this game than offense. Just work on that defense today.
You got it. You got it. Come on.
I got the help side.
Step out. Hey, keep the ball, huh?
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
Screen. Hey, come around. Get there. Watch the pin. Hit. Hey, see you later, man.
Good to know that you understand there's more to this game than offense. Just work on that defense today.
Focus. Watch the pin. I got your help. Hey, keep the ball, huh? No. I got your help. Pick. Switch. Swing, pick coming. Hey, I'll see you later.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it. Come on, man. Go over it. Come on. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
In terms of shooting, I know a lot of people were talking about different shot meter options and whatnot. I know this is something that you really like in the game this year. What kind of examples of shot meters can you share with the fans?
So you can have it by the hands, which is the default meter, and you can have different green light animations, okay? So when you hit a perfect shot, basically, you can either have this little water effect, which is the splash. You can have a paint splash.
If you're still looking for tickets to any upcoming Hornets games, visit the ticket booth or on our website for availability.
Ladies and gentlemen, we wish to remind you that any spectator interrupting gameplay or entering the court will be ejected and are subject to arrest.
The city of Charlotte, North Carolina is the setting for our broadcast tonight. And isn't the view magnificent? Welcome fans to 2K Sports Tuesday night presentation of NBA basketball. Along with Greg Anthony, Brent Berry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, these the new power rankings. They tell a great story. Look at Milwaukee. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
Check it out, Charlotte, man. They finally found some answers to their early season woes. I like the way they're playing right now. Suddenly, there's optimism surrounding this team.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
De'Aaron Fox talked about his mentality on the court. You put the ball in his hands, he says, I'm going to take over the game. It doesn't have to be scoring, just always attacking. Always. You got to be a dog. Don't back down from anyone. Kevin, I know you're a dog. Back to you.
You sure do, and with his quickness, a scary combination. Thank you, D.A. We're just halfway through the season, Brent. Talk about the value of leadership and keeping everyone focused night in and night out.
A lot of that will come from your coaching staff and the messaging, but I will tell you what, Kevin, playing with a star player that goes out there and does it night after night, watching James Harden, watching Russell Westbrook, watching Steph Curry have the kind of unreal performances for the game 56, the game 68. You're just sitting there in amazement. You want to step up and say, you know what, I want to be there for you.
But to me, that may be the most important, like every game be there. Every single game.
They are there. They're excited to be there. They're excited for you to be playing, and they raise the level of your attentiveness to being competitive on a nightly basis. And truly, those guys become inspirational to you.
Now Sacramento starting 5. Bagley and Dedmon playing together in the front court. Hield and Barnes are the 2 and the 3. And it's Fox in at the 1 spot. And for the Hornets, Monk and Batum, the wings. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist out there with Bismack Biyombo. And it's Brown in at the 1. Count it.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
Now, here's Fox. He picked up 33 points in their last win against Golden State.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
Here's Charlotte now. On its way from Monk for 2. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
Well, you can tell he knows the game. Shea with great feel finds the open man.
Fox against Brown. Pass to Hield. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots. That's Biyombo with the rebound.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Offensive rebound, Kidd-Gilchrist, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
On the wing, Barnes. Bagley trying to free himself up. And that one's good, Barnes.
And Sacramento seems like a great fit for Luke Walton. Team's approach on offense really matches his own. Should never be a shortage of scoring for the Kings.
You wonder how it is that Luke Walton did his studying coming into this season with how much success last year Dave Yeager had in getting these guys to push the ball up the floor. Luke Walton believes that anyone can rebound and bring it up, and they have the kind of guys who could do that on this roster.
Now here's Barnes. He had 16 points in the win against the Warriors in San Francisco.
Yeah, but there's always this point, Kevin, you got to look at.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's how you attack.
Wow. If I was scoring that, Kevin, I'm giving that a strong 9 from Che.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Outside, Fox. Here's the three. It's rebounded by Charlotte. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Kings. That one was played in Sacramento.
Poor execution in that one. Not sure what led to the lack of focus, but coaching staff definitely not happy.
And they made some comments themselves that some of the fault might have lied with them because they didn't go in with the best of game plans and they didn't make the right adjustments. So we'll see tonight if they do. They've been able to have some team success in this game despite what's been an awful shooting night for them.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Barnes, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to go on Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
Continues to try to work to find some consistency, does Harrison Barnes, and right there knocking at the defense's door.
And the first one at the line is good.
Substitution.
Bagley with the ball. No points in the game yet for him. Poked away. It's 2-on-1. Batum is out there with Washington. Then there's Brown. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 5. So that's the Hornets 5. And the versatile wing, Nick Batum, wants a do-it-all scorer, but Greg, he's started to take less of an active role in offenses lately.
And Batum has been asked to do less volume scoring, but it's helped his efficiency as a player. Now past 30 years of age, you can see his role on teams being similar to that of Andre Iguodala's as he ages in the league.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Shea in the last game against the Pacers was terrific. He had 19 points, and along with what he did on offense, he had a big defensive night as well. And his play is what allowed them to finally bust free. Snapping a losing streak like that is huge for a team's confidence. Kevin, it will be interesting to see if he can help them get another W tonight.
Thanks, David. It looked like Greg, he could do anything he wanted to out there, playing with no fear.
Terrific momentum coming into this game. We'll see if he can continue it.
No reason to settle. Just keep getting to his money spots.
Kidd-Gilchrist, he's checked in for the Hornets. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for the Kings. Here's Fox. That one rolling around and rims out.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
Shea kicks to Batum. Here's Brown. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
Seemed to be laying in the weeds there in the first quarter, but now we're seeing him come out, put all the cards on the table, and ramp it up.
That's a 2 from Hield. And he hits the jump shot.
Well, that's a beautiful shooting stroke right there. Really a core essential of Buddy Hield's game.
On the wing, Batum. Lets it go. And Jay gets it to go on the assist from Batum. Brown's got the lead back up to 9 now for the Hornets. So for the Hornets, their last game, a win against Indiana. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. On the wing, Hield. Clock at 6. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. Dedmon trying to break free. Ariza no luck.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Brown. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. The Kings trail by 9. Shot by Hield. Nobody around. Sinks the 15-footer.
Good job in the mid-range. Buddy Hield getting squared up and scores.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Their next game is in Cleveland, taking on the Cavaliers. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
They are just killing them.
With 1 on the clock, and no good that time. And so it's Jay making things happen for the Charlotte Hornets. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We've got more in store for you right after this. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Shea really making a difference.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Starting off the second half, here's Luke Walton's 5. Hield and Barnes are the 2 and the 3. Bagley and Dedmon playing together in the front court. And it's Fox in at the point. Brent, when you look back on all the stars you played against during your career, who was the biggest intimidator?
Well, I think about intimidating players, and the first word that comes to mind is Anthony Mason. I know he wasn't a bona fide star player, but
right.
You know the role that he had for the teams that he played with, and Anthony Mason was a player you did not want to be playing against. During my era, most of the years that I had some successes and minutes on the floor, it was certainly Kevin Garnett. The way that KG approached every game, and you spent many seasons watching him very closely, from year 1 to year 18 or 19, KG came at you every game, every night with the same kind of zest and excitement to compete.
Well put. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after years and years of rebuilding, the Kings are finally a team on the rise, and they're earning respect. Draymond Green said they've got a lot of young talent, never quit, probably the fastest team in the history of the NBA. Green said after he plays them, I leave the game exhausted. I go home, I'm dead. And Kevin, we know that Green is pretty accustomed to going all out.
David, he sure is. He's got a lot of engine in him. Thank you so much. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. It doesn't go for him. And Charlotte will go the other way with it.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And they double up Jay. Here's Kid Gilchrist. The second chance effort. Dedmon with the block.
We've got to respect the wingspan that time of Dwayne on that end. Look, you go up like that and you're a dead man. When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
And the Hornets call time here. Well, what an incredible difference it was for De'Aaron Fox from his rookie year to his second season. Here's Che, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Shea head down, nose down, wanting to get in there, not afraid to dribble in and earn some foul shots.
The Hornets shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
And here is Fox. He gets it up. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's Charlotte running away with this one. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. Let's listen now to head coach Luke Walton review the game plan with his team.
Plenty of time. Hey, we aren't going to do it at one possession. Get stops. It has to be on the defensive end.
I like the way that Luke is, Greg, looking at the big picture.
I mean, no reason to rush anything. If they take their time here, they can steal this.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. And Charlotte's looking at who they've got. Inside, Cody Zeller and Bismack Biyombo. Batum is out there with Che. And it's Washington in at the three.
You talk to the guys in the locker room, and there's a lot of respect in there for Che. Appreciate that he's really much more than a basketball player, and he's willing to share that.
Back to Hield. 6 on the shot clock. To the right side. It's Bielitsa. Nice shot from the wing.
How about that? Bielitsa rising up and firing. That's a confident-looking shot.
Here's Che. 8 for 15 with that made basket. But he's not satisfied yet.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Hield outside. He's looking for Dedmon and finds him. The pass to Bielitsa. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Bielitsa's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Brown, good.
I like his demeanor right now, too. Che letting his game do the talking. He's pouring it in right now.
Fox looking it over. Here's Holmes, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And even though he stands 6'10", Holmes plays taller than that.
He does, mostly, Kevin, because of that length. I mean, he stretches out and uses that quick jump and can block some shots and deter a few guys from trying to do some things offensively.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Holmes. Brett, so many guys are now shooting from well beyond the arc. Who do you think has the deepest range in the league?
I think Steph Curry has the most consistent, deepest range.
Lillard is in that category.
Lillard is in there, and of course, last year's playoff win will never go away in terms of what a great memory that was. Trae Young is now entering that category, Kevin.
Yeah,
I mean, we saw that at the end of last year. His fearlessness in pulling up from just about anywhere has been pretty remarkable. And to that, I will add one Brook Lopez, who has found his way well beyond the three-point line.
He's a whole nother conversation.
We'll talk about him later.
We'll do that. Here's Che, and finished off by Brown.
Zero hesitation to take that on the inside. Che aggressive on that.
The Kings have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Fox against Brown. Fox finds Dedmon. You know, Brent, he's bounced around, but late bloomer Dwayne Dedmon making impressive strides in his game.
Yeah, you think about going from a 10-day contract to having a ton of starts as a center. This guy is very skilled, Dedmon, and the ability to go out and shoot the basketball, I think, has raised the most eyebrows about what he can do for your team offensively.
First free throw is good. And how often do players argue calls knowing that they are in the wrong? They know they're going after something that was the correct call.
Let's just say often, Kevin. I mean, you just never the whistle.
Are they thinking ahead in terms of saying?
I don't think so. It's emotional. It's just an emotional reaction. I mean, you're out there running around and doing what you do, and you get a whistle. You're going to react to it like, I did something wrong. Why am I in the principal's office right now? I want to get my side out. I know you saw it. Everybody does it.
It sounds like you may have done a lot of that.
I tried to avoid that, Kevin.
Did you? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't think it's healthy for you and your reputation.
And you look at where the Kings are now as an organization. Did a great job rebuilding with the Cousins trade.
Well, many fans thought it was a bad deal in terms of talent, but there was so much tumult around that locker room with DeMarcus Cousins. It sort of cleared the deck for them to get themselves younger players, hungry to play and hungry to develop. Now Buddy Hield, a huge part of this team's future, along with De'Aaron Fox and possibly Marvin Bagley.
And it's blocked. Hield outside. Bagley the pass to Dedmon. Barnes outside. No good on the three. Hornets leading by 20. Outside Batum. Back to Shea. Got it from 16 feet. Shea's got 30.
And how about that? A mid-range Jay. Shea's got a little old school to his game.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Hornets.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
Important. With this win, they split the season series at a game apiece and also avoid the sweep, and that has to be a relief.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jay.
Oh, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
Free throw good. Fox. Perhaps the so no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for David Aldridge,